Corner. This is your energetic reading for Wednesday, April 13th. And today we still have the Earth Trine and the mutable square going on. So this transit is pretty powerful. It's going to be around for a little while. And so basically we're thinking a lot about the stability in our life, but we're also working through, in this mutable trine, how adaptable we are to making these changes. So I believe that for some of us, creating stability is hard when there is so much changing. And I believe that for us, some of the biggest things that are changing are our mindsets, are our acceptance of the changes that we're being asked to make. Now, the problem is with all of this energy is that we have a lot of ego tied into some of these changes that we're being asked to make. So I believe that what's really important to understand is that Pluto is going to drop into retrograde, Mercury is going to drop into retrograde, and Jupiter is in retrograde when this Earth Trine, during this Earth Trine. So as we move forward in the month. So to me, there has something to do with past reflection, something that's really important about our past that we need to take in this energy. So I believe that some of us are starting to slow down or feeling the delays, feeling that trine energy that's making us a little bit complacent. You know, what happens when you get into a trine is that you could feel very comfortable in energy. So there doesn't feel like there's this desire or this haste to make these changes. I think some of the things that are very difficult about this particular energy is that I believe that some of this could be very ego versus comfort. Look, when we define what our ego needs, it's very immediate. It's like that desire that we have without the repercussion. But I think what happens is with this trine of energy, I think here's how we can distinguish whether or not we're on track. If energy is super easy and everything is going your way and it feels very, you just feel relaxed in this energy, then you're on the right track. I think if some of you keep hitting obstacle after obstacle, then you're becoming ego-based, and then you've got to evaluate what your ego is identifying with, and if so, is there any longevity that's attached to that desire? And I believe that that's what we're trying to define. Are we still caught up in old ego's desires, or are we caught up in this new self, where we're defining our identity and we're making healthy progression in that identity? It can be very difficult when we're caught in this weird energy of releasing the past and, really reflecting on the past, and the past where we lost stability, where we were unstable, or where we didn't have healthy routines and rituals in our lives. So I think that today you're going to feel a little bit confused about this energy, the direction that it's going in. And I'm going to tell you why, because unexpected things could make you have realizations, and there could be this jolt of like, wow, I didn't even know that was an issue. I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know anything. And it could make us have to dip into a state of reflection, or we could have to deal with something that's quite immediate that we had no realization that we were going to have to deal with. So I believe that what is very confusing about this is the choices that you are making can make some of you feel like you have to kind of throw in the towel, like you're just tired, you're done, you want to train out. You don't really want to make all this progressive energy. Some of you who are very, very intuitive to energy understand that when it starts to chill out like this, you start to feel like you have to chill out too. And I think that that's a good call. If you really want to know what I think if there's anything that comes up that has the ability to progress you forward, it's going to stick around. The opportunity, the dynamic, whatever it is. There's no sense in being hasty in this energy, because I believe that when you get hasty in this energy, I believe you easily drop into quincunx energy. We have Uranus in Aries quincunxing the North Node, and we have Saturn in Sagittarius, which is in retrograde, quincunxing Mercury in Taurus. So to me, I feel deeply that some of you may be caught up in immediate wants and desires to be met right now. But I believe that those are repetitive wants and needs. I don't believe that those are progressive wants and needs. And so I believe that if some of you come up and it's this you know, you come up and there's this impact and it's like, I can't get what I want, and it's just obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, or you're being disappointed. I deeply believe that's a time to hang back and reevaluate. You may find that some of the demands that are going on right now seem to just feel overwhelming and unrealistic as you are being asked to really, really, really face the longevity of your thought processes. I mean, get real. I'm talking listen to the bad and listen to the good, because you could be overly optimistic and enthusiastic and childlike in this energy because we have a lot of Aries energy, but we also have a lot of energy asking us to slow down and maintain ourselves and look for wisdom, look for the details, look at longevity. So if we have all this going on, it's like old energy meets new energy, and which one are we attaching to? Because if you are enthusiastic about the future, then doesn't it make sense that you attach to the childlike energy? But I believe that that's where we haven't fully let go of some things that we identified ego with, for some of us in negative energy. So you may feel like you need to examine your goals and firm up your belief systems in this. If some of you are caught in a mutable T-square and there just seems to be a lot of confusion, you think you're going to, you know, an idea is going somewhere and then it doesn't pan out. Or if you think something is starting to go in one direction and then it goes in a different direction. I believe that some of you, the realization is that there's something that you don't see yet. There's a detail. I believe very much so that the devil is in the detail in this energy. I think that maybe you may be hesitating because you may still be working out how you can realistically follow through on some of these commitments. This energy is a commitment energy. And even though I deeply and wholeheartedly believe that some of us are not ready to make some really big commitments that we're making, because I believe we're idealistic. And I believe that we'll regret some of these decisions, especially so close to all the retrograde cycles. Be forewarned that if some of you start coming up against obstacles, just back off. Just back off, because in this energy, as we get ready to start dropping into retrograde, I believe more will be revealed. That's, you know, retrograde energy is the energy that brings us revelations. It's reflective. It asks us to slow down and reflect and just really honestly take a look at the entire picture. So that's why it asks us to slow down. That's why progression really doesn't usually happen unless it's in a past-based endeavor where you have refined an idea. Also, yeah, it's all about refining ideas. So for some of you that are caught in these really wonderful new thought processes, it could be that we're just not ready for that. It's not refined enough to move forward with. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. We are going to have this energy all throughout the week. Every day adds a little bit more clarity and a little bit more confusion at the same time. So I think we get closer to refining the idea every day as we go through these trines and this, you know, all this mutable T-square, and then we have a kite energy coming, and then we start having retrogrades. I believe that we are refining life to the T, to get exactly what we want, but we need to go through these stages and steps to get there. Thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I love you.